Today we're going to explore the St. Francis Dam disaster. The book I'm currently reading is called Flood Path. This is the dam that catastrophically failed minutes before midnight, March 12, 1928, killing 451 plus people. There's still bodies that have never been found. This is unique to me because it is basically 10 miles straight behind my house. So we go there often. What happened was the settlement that spanned the 700-foot dam, the earth was constantly shifting, making muddy water, and then with the shift of the earth, the dam, it failed. 5 minutes after the collapse, the then 120-foot high flood wave had traveled 1.5 miles at an average speed of 18 miles per hour, destroying powerhouse number 2 and taking the lives of 64 of its 67 workmen and their families who lived nearby. This cut power to much of Los Angeles and the San Fernando Valley. Power was quickly restored via tie lines with the Southern California Edison Company, but as the floodwaters entered the Santa Clara riverbed, it overflowed the river's banks, flooding parts of the present-day Valencia and Newhall. At about 12:40 a.m., Southern California Edison's 2 main lines into the city were destroyed by the flooding, redarkening the areas that had earlier lost power and spreading the outage to other areas served by Southern California Edison. Nonetheless, power to most of the areas not flooded was restored, with power from the Edison's Long Beach Steam Electrical Generating Plant. Near 1 a.m., the mass of water, then 55 feet high, followed the riverbed west and demolished Edison's Saugus substation, cutting power to the entire Santa Clara River Valley and parts of Ventura. At least 4 miles of the state's main north-south highway was underwater, and the town of Castaic Junction was being washed away. The flood entered the Santa Clarita River Valley at 12 miles per hour, approximately 5 miles downstream near the Ventura-Los Angeles County line. A temporary construction camp for the Edison Company had been set up for its 150-man crew. This was hit, and with the confusion, Edison's personnel had been unable to issue a warning and 84 workers perished. Shortly before 1:30 a.m., a Santa Clara River Valley telephone operator learned from the Pacific Long Distance Telephone Company that the dam had failed. She called a motorcycle officer with the State Motor Division, then began calling the homes of those in danger. The officer went from door to door warning residents about the imminent flood. At the same time, a deputy sheriff drove up the river valley towards the flood with his siren blaring until he had to stop at Fillmore. The flood heavily damaged the towns of Fillmore, Bardesdale, and Santa Paula before emptying both victims and debris into the Pacific Ocean 54 miles downstream south of Ventura. Around 5:30 a.m., at which point the wave was almost 2 miles wide and still traveling at 6 miles per hour. Newspapers across the country carried accounts of the disaster. The front page of the Los Angeles Times ran 4 stories, including aerial photos of the collapsed dam and the ruins of Santa Paula. As we grieve the hundreds of lives that were lost due to the St. Francis Dam, we do look at the light that was shed on this incident. William Mulholland also engineered the Hollywood Reservoir over top of the downtown Los Angeles core. With his involvement, they drained the Hollywood Reservoir and found that it was in worse shape than the St. Francis Dam. After bringing this up to code, this would have prevented many lives that could have been lost due to another potential disaster.